Hi everybody, it's Sherry Shrallo coming from my kitchen. I am so excited to have my new YouTube channel up and running and to have our first video made with this fabulous new camera that my son Michael gave me for my birthday so that we could have, as he put it, high quality videos. So thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank my videographer, my husband Dale, who is behind the lens right now, doing a really good job as he perfects a new skill. And I also have one more thank you, and that's to my dear friend Roman Liufa, who is a professional photographer who spent many hours at our home yesterday teaching Dale all about this new Sony camera and how to make videos. So I think we've got it, but this is the trial run, so we hope it goes well. So we're going to do some fun things today. You know, I'm always into eating salads, but to be honest with you, I need a good dressing on that salad to entice me to keep eating more and more salad. So what better thing to do than to show you three of my very favorite salad dressings. And not only can they go on salad, but I'm going to show you how we can put them on a Buddha bowl that we're having for dinner tonight. So let's get started. Now I'm going to show you a copy of the recipes. I'll hold them up, but I will also post them on the comment section under this video so that you'll be able to access them so you don't have to hurry and write everything down. So the first dressing we're going to do is called an Asian style salad dressing. Have you ever been to an Asian restaurant where they bring out that small little salad before the main meal and there's this fabulous dressing on it? I found it, but a plant-based version and an oil-free version. And it was created by Ellie Likes, and here is her website, if you can see that, www.ellielikescooking. And she has this recipe listed, so I will post all of this for you. So it's very simple to make, and the way I like to cook is to get everything out on the counter so that I don't have to go searching for ingredients when it's time to talk to you. I want to make it simple and easy. So prepping ahead of time, that's the key to making cooking fun and easy. So all you need is a nice blender. I happen to have my good old Vitamix, which never dies. This thing is very old. The only thing that broke on this is when I dropped this once and it cracked. I had to get a new one. But this motor, it's good to go. So all we're going to do is we're going to take one small carrot that I peeled and chopped. And actually, you know what? I didn't even peel it because the outside of the carrot, as long as it's washed well, is good to go. It has a lot of nutrients in it. There's no reason to get them off of there. So let's put the carrots into the blender. Then I took a half of an onion right here that I just chopped up, and I'm just going to put this into the blender. And again, it doesn't matter about exactly how much onion or how much carrot. It just says a half onion and a half carrot. Then it calls for 1 clove of garlic, and you wouldn't even have to chop this up because you know when you put it in your blender, it all gets chopped up really nicely. So we're going to do that. Then the next thing we're going to put in is 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. So I just get them in a little bottle, and I'm going to put that in. Followed by 3 tablespoons of tahini. Now let me tell you about tahini. As you know, tahini is a sesame paste. This is the one I get usually from Whole Foods right here. It's an organic tahini sauce. Now when you open up the jar, the bottle here, what you see often is a bunch of oil on the top. That's the oil from the seeds. So my good friend, Karen Bender, told me a secret. And the secret was that you just pull the oil off by pouring it into the sink. So I've already done that, so we're ready to go. So here's the tahini over here. I'm going to put it into the blender. It was 3 tablespoons. There we go. Okay. Next, we take a 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce, or I prefer using coconut aminos, and I'll tell you why. Here's the Bragg liquid aminos, which is a substitute for soy sauce, but it really has a lot of sodium in it. 1 teaspoon has 310 milligrams. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to use coconut aminos, and all they have is 90 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon. So that's quite a reduction in sodium. And it tastes just the same to me. So I'm going to pour that in. And then we take a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. Now don't use the seasoned rice vinegar because that's full of sodium. Regular old brewed rice vinegar has 0% sodium. So this is the one to use. All right. And then we're going to thin it with water as we need it. So I'm going to turn this on. Let me get the plunger. This will help me to combine it. And that's it. This is definitely, I'm going to say, my #1 dressing right now. And we're actually having company over for dinner tomorrow night for the first time since the pandemic, since Dale and I are fully vaccinated and our friends are fully vaccinated. So we are so excited to be together. So hold your ears if you don't like the noise. It'll just be a second. That's really fast. Now I'm going to take a look at it because you have to add a little bit of water. There we go. Yeah, just to thin it out a little. So let me add a little bit of water. Maybe a tablespoon. So I'm going to put this back on. I don't think we need that anymore. And we'll blend it one more time. So you want to get it nice and soft. That's perfect. Now, watch what it looks like. Let me grab a towel here because I got myself a little wet. Okay, I'm going to pour it into this container. Take a look at this. Ooh, that is so beautiful. And it really tastes just like the dressing you would get in an Asian restaurant that I just adore. But this is a healthy version. There's no oil in it. It's got no sugar in it. It's just these really nice ingredients. There you go. So we're going to use this tomorrow night when we have our friends over, when we'll be making a spicy Thai noodle dish, and I'll be making this little salad ahead of time. So we might do a demonstration of that spicy Thai noodle dish too tomorrow. Okay, there's one dressing down. So let's put that over there. And I'll just wash this out for 1 second, and we're on to the next one. Now, you might even consider freezing some of these if you want to have some on hand and just scoop out what you need for your salad or your Buddha bowl. I haven't tried freezing them, and I'm going to do that because we're making 3 of them today, and that's a lot. All right, I'm just going to wash this out real quick so we can do the next one. While I'm doing that, I wanted to show you something that I am in love with. So over the winter holidays, my daughter's mother-in-law sent Dale and I a bunch of plant-based foods in a nice big gift basket. And Mary, that's her name, sent me this linguine that's made out of farro. And I am hooked on this stuff. I just ordered more from Amazon. You can't really find it in the stores here. But this is my favorite pasta. You know why? Because it holds the sauce so beautifully and the taste is unbelievable. So I would highly recommend you find this. It's on Amazon and I just bought, like I said, 4 packages of it. See, here they are. And I got to use my points, so it hardly cost me any money because I get points when I use Amazon. Okay, let me just rinse this real quick. We don't want to combine the different dressings, so I have to get it clean. So let's open here for a sec. Okay. All right, dry that out a little bit. I love this vitamin. makes. I use it so much, it's just unbelievable. The thing is like just never quits. It's such a good machine. And I'm so excited because I finally received an air fryer today. I got one that my friends Carrie and Heidi and Sandy and I talked about. And I got the Ninja one because all I needed was a big air fryer. I don't need another oven, that's for sure. So I'm going to be trying that. I tried my son's over the weekend, last weekend, and it was unbelievably good. So we'll be trying out some foods in that air fryer real soon. Okay, we're on to the next one. Our next dressing is an oil-free Caesar salad dressing. Now, I used to love having real Caesar salads and Caesar salad dressings before I went vegan. But let me tell you, I searched and I found this recipe created by Angela Liddon in Oh She Glows cookbook. I made a few modifications to take out maybe some of the fat or some of the oil that she might have put in hers. So mine is an oil-free one. So this is what I did. I took 2/3 cups of raw cashews and I've been soaking them in some water today. I'm going to drain and rinse them right now. Very important to rinse them. And then I'm going to take them and again, back over to the blender. Let me put this down here so I don't have to reach up. I am sort of short, I don't know if you've noticed. Okay, we've done that. Then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of water, and I've got everything again pre-measured. We're going to take a 1/4 cup of unsweetened plant milk. I think I use soy milk for this one, but you can use almond milk, any kind of plant milk that you like that has no sweetener in it. I have a tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. In it goes. I have a 1/2 tablespoon of vegan Worcestershire sauce, a 1/2 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 clove of garlic with 2 teaspoons of capers. So I'm going to put all that in together. And salt and pepper to taste. But I don't think we have to do anything to this. We're just going to do it like this. Now see, it doesn't make too much, which is good, because they last about 5 to 7 days in the refrigerator. So it's probably good that we're making small amounts so we can use these on salads on different days or on my Buddha bowl. Here we go. That's enough. Oh yeah. Okay. Dressing number 2, complete. That's pretty fast, wouldn't you say? I mean, as long as you get your ingredients ready to go, it's just a matter of blending them. Let's put this in. Watch this one. Oh yeah. That's creamy heaven right here. I swear to you, you will not know the difference between this and a traditional, standard American diet Caesar dressing. That's how good this is. And I'll tell you, we're going to be using this in a different way tonight. I'm going to show you what we're having for dinner where I can utilize this dressing. So I'll show you in a few minutes. Okay, we got enough of that. So that one goes here. We put the lid on it and we'll scoot it over. And we'll move that recipe over here too. Okay. One more to go. How are we doing? If you have comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section on my YouTube channel. It's a new experience for me, so I really want to engage with all of you and have conversations about things you might like for me to make or questions about things I have made. We're in this together, everybody, so I want to encourage everyone to eat healthy plant-based foods. All right, that is cleaned out. Just dry that up a little bit inside. All right, let me get the ingredients for the last one. The last dressing we're going to have is a Thousand Island dressing. And this dressing was created by Melissa Huggins at veganhugs.com. And again, I will post her recipe on the comment section. So I'm going to grab the ingredients over here, and then we will do it in 2 seconds. I promise you this will be finished. So as I'm getting these things over here, let me just tell you about the Vegan Volunteer Corps. As you're noticing my apron, we've been in existence now for about a month, and I started this new organization because I recognize that we need to help get healthy plant foods to those people most in need. So what I'm doing is I am working with a homeless shelter in the city of Chicago, and once a month my Vegan Volunteer Corps volunteers are helping me create a full course meal for these shelter residents so that they can experience what whole foods are all about. And once the pandemic is over and we're able to go to their kitchen and cook, we hope to do that and to encourage members of that homeless shelter to come and help us cook, to teach them some new skills for when they are ready to be back, hopefully on their own and living in, better circumstances. So that's what we're doing on Monday. We're going to be making this wonderful vegan, I'm going to say in quotes, meatloaf, and it was created by Terry Mathis Edwards, who is one of my favorite recipe creators. You can find her online, and it's her recipe. It's wonderful. I don't have it with me, but I will post that because I'm going to show you how I make that loaf of hers probably on Monday morning. Anyway, we're going to deliver all this food, mashed potatoes and scallop potatoes, sweet potatoes, green beans, a big tossed salad with a nice plant-based dressing, beautiful fresh fruits, and some nice plant-based desserts for dinner on Monday night for the residents of that shelter. So I'm very excited to keep doing this every month. So that's why for me it's so important if you can spread the word that I'm trying to do this, and if we can get enough people signed up on my YouTube channel. I need a minimum of 1,000 people. I think we have maybe 75 or 80 right now, just in a week. That's good, but we need to get up to at least 1,000 with 4,000 hours of viewing, and then they will start to reimburse me some money that I can then put all towards helping to feed those who most desperately can use these healthy plant-based foods. And I also will be sharing all of the profits from the book I wrote, which is called Staying Alive, Healing from Heart Disease, a survivor story, which you can find on Amazon. I will use all of those proceeds to help also to feed these people in the shelter. Let me just show you my book real quick. This is the book, so when you're looking, that's what you're going to look for. And thank you so much in advance for your support for the Vegan Volunteer Corps. We really appreciate it, and we're going to make this happen and hopefully expand to other shelters across the city as we get more volunteers. Right now we already have like 14, 15 volunteers, which is not bad in a month, and people are so kind and generous in spending their time cooking. Okay, our final dressing, and then I'm going to show you what we're having for dinner tonight. It's the Thousand Island dressing. So again, I have some raw cashews, a 1/3 cup of them, and I'm going to rinse and drain them like we did before. I'm going to wash this lid off too. It's got some dressing in it. Okay, so I put a 1/3 cup of those soaked almonds in there. And if you have a Vitamix like I do, you really don't even have to soak them, but we're just following the directions. Then I took a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes and I soaked them in hot water. It says for 10 minutes, they've soaked a little longer. So I'm just gonna let the water go out and I'm gonna throw them in. Then I'm going to take 3/4 cup of unsweetened plant milk. Again, this is soy milk. And a 1/2 of a teaspoon of maple syrup, just a teeny drop. So we're easy on the sugar, very easy on the sugar. Okay, then for the seasonings, we're going to put in 3/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, or any salt that you prefer, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill, and 1/4 teaspoon paprika, along with a little freshly ground pepper. There we go. Now, in the instructions, it calls for 1/4 cup of sweet relish, and it says to add this after you've blended it. It's a preference. I prefer to put it into my blender so that you don't see the ingredient, but if you want a little chunkiness to your Thousand Island dressing, just add it into the dressing once it's in a bowl. You can blend this in, but I'm just going to throw it in the blender. So here we go, our last dressing. Whoops, I forgot something. There it is, it's looking at me. Lemon juice, a tablespoon of lemon juice. Glad I caught that. Okay, close your ears one last time. Thousand Island. Okay, now it's pretty thick. I'm going to add just a little drop of water in here, just a drop, because it's very, very thick. And I like a good thick dressing, but that was a little too thick. That's it. Okay, that's our last dressing. So let me get this into our container. Sorry about that. That was a little loud. Okay. So how you doing, Dale, as the new photographer with your new camera? You liking it?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
You be the judge.
Okay. We can only go one way, and that's up, right?
That's right.
Right, so I'm sure that it's good, Dale. You're doing a fine job, and I appreciate all your help and support. He always is there to support me. Whatever I'm doing, this man has been by my side. He went plant-based with me when I decided after my heart attack that I had to never have this happen to me again, no more surgery or heart attack. And so I asked if he'd be plant-based with me, and he said, of course, and he did. Okay. All right, let me just wipe this up real quick. Made a little bit of a mess. Okay, can you see this dressing? There's our Thousand Island. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this guy too. All right, so what's for dinner tonight? Dale, do you remember what we're making?
Bowls.
Bowls of Buddha bowls.
Buddha bowls.
Yes. There was a wonderful demonstration by Karen Steiner on her YouTube station about a Buddha bowl that she made. So I'm going to be doing something very similar, but I'm not going to use the same dressing. She used a beautiful lemon tahini sauce, which we love. But she just did that video. So I'm going to show you how we can just use one of these dressings in our bowl. So all we have to do is take any kind of green you like. I happen to have some arugula here. You can use spinach, you could use lettuce. And we're going to put it on the bottom of our bowl, just a little bit. Because you know, greens, those are good. Very good for us. So there we go, that's a nice amount of greens. Then I had gone ahead and made some rice in the Instant Pot. So it is ready to go. So all we're going to do next is take some rice from the bowl. And I'm going to take a scoop of it and I'm going to put it on the side here. So we should have enough for 2 days with all this rice I made. There we go. Then I opened up a can of chickpeas and I rinsed and drained them, and we're going to throw some of those on the other side. Just like that. So we've got greens, we've got grains, and we've got some beans here. So boy, this is going to be a complete meal. And I think that's a good amount to start with. Now, as Karen Steiner suggested, take some vegetables and roast them on a pan. So I did that. I had some broccoli, some red pepper, and zucchini. And what I'm going to do, I roasted these for a while. I'm just going to throw a little bit of each, red peppers, broccoli, and zucchini on top of my bowl like this. Let me do the other one real quick. So we'll start with some broccoli. So you want your veggies to really shine. They take up most of the bowl. There we go. And that is it. Now, instead of using a lemon tahini sauce, I don't know, I thought we would try to use this ranch dressing on it today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon and I'm simply going to drizzle it on top like this. Just drizzle it on top. Not too much. You don't need that much. That's it. Let me get Dale's bowl ready. See, my cooking is done for the day now. I don't have to do any more. Yum. And if you put it like in the refrigerator until dinner time, when you take it out, if you like, just stick it in the microwave just to warm it up. And this is dinner. Isn't that pretty? Now with your Buddha bowl, if you don't like rice, you could use quinoa, you could use any grain you like. Farro, bulgur, just anything. So that's it for today. So thank you so much for being with me, and I look forward to seeing you probably tomorrow when we'll be making a wonderful Thai peanut bowl. Bye-bye.